Hello again, and welcome back to the Automating Everything series, or if you're new here, hello. Last time, to go over what we did, we progressed more on our little oak barn thing. There's probably a proper word for this, where we added the logs, the planks, the automated creation of these framed cubes, which it's still going strong up here. And then across the way, we automated charcoal as well. And I actually made a structure around this, meant to look like a little furnace thing, and it's got a smokestack coming out the top. I added a upgrade to this as well, so we're getting a ton of charcoal now, which is very nice. And I also just kind of updated the build around here, and I finished up the rest of the roof actually. So as you can, if I go over here, I haven't fully put in upper floor yet, but like I put the roof up in here and finished it on this other side. You may also notice I cleared out a bunch of trees. That's in preparation for whatever the next project may be. Alright, so after thinking about it for a while, it's actually been a few days since I've last recorded for the modded series here, but I think I want to automate iron, as that will be the most useful thing to us anytime soon here. Now, traditionally when it comes to create, the usual method is to just wash gravel and yada yada, and that's unoriginal. So instead, I would like to try something different. And last time, in the previous series, I did a villager-based iron farm. Which that worked. It worked alright. But that's also kind of annoying to set up, requires a lot of space, is hard to build around, so yada yada. So, while searching around for ways to automate iron, I came across this. When we check the uses of this, we can crush cobbled crimsite to get a chance at crushed raw iron and iron nuggets. These can then be later processed by washing, which can potentially give us redstone dust, which I am leaning towards, or just smelting them outright. But I think getting the redstone dust is most useful. The way we get this crimsite is through mechanical extrusion. So basically, or mechanical extrusion, or we can kind of just generate the stone in the world, but I think I kind of want to use mechanical extrusion. So what this means is, if I go to the recipe, we just need these two ingredients and it will make cobbled crimsite, which we can then output. So we'll need quite a bit of cobbled crimsite, and as such we'll need quite a bit of these two liquids. Lava, that's easy, that's not a problem. Strawberry milkshake, however, because it's a little goofy, the only way they can have like liquids basically for all these different stones they have here is to use things like chocolate and that sort of thing. So it's a little goofy, but we'll only need to do this in the at the start, and after it's made we won't need to use it anymore basically. Now I'd like to generate quite a bit of this, so then we can have a good large production of crimsite, but beyond that, we won't need to automate it necessarily anytime soon. So I'm not going to plan on that. So, in order to get strawberry milkshake, we need sugar, that's easy enough, cream, and strawberry milk. So I'm going to add these all to our recipe list over here, so I don't lose them. Now to make strawberry milk, I'm gonna remove that so then you can see the recipe because we're using EMI, which is nice. We'll need sweet berries, sugar, and milk, and then for cream we need snowballs and condensed milk. For condensed milk we need milk, sugar, and water. So it's quite the process, but it should be not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up something to just create a bit of strawberry milkshake manually, essentially, and I can show it off once it's ready. Okay, it took me a bit to get this correctly set up. I had pipes going around and all that, but after I realized I would just do it manually with buckets, then I kind of just removed those. So basically here we make our condensed milk and then our cream. Here we make the strawberry milk, and then we combine those two in here, strawberry milk and cream, add some sugar, and we get strawberry milkshake. And it actually makes quite a fair bit here, so this shouldn't be too bad. So I will make a bunch of this strawberry milkshake for our crimsite farm, which will then be turned into iron, or crushed into iron. And we'll need more of these crushing wheels as well, which means we'll need quite a bit of stress units, which might mean we need to mess with windmills or something of that nature. But yeah. Alright, so after making a bunch of strawberry milkshake here and getting some lava, I've kind of arranged how this could be set up. So what we have here is 12 mechanical extruders, which will form the cobbled crimsite from the lava and milkshake next to them. And it's basically like a cobble gen, so it'll be that way for infinity. So what I'm thinking is we have 6 and 6 on 2 different belts, grind them on the 2 belts, merge it somewhere, and like process the iron by washing the crushed iron and just taking the ingots with the other ingots from the washed iron to get, or not the ingots, but the nuggets with the other nuggets, because the recipe for crushing the crimsite. So when we crush cobbled crimsite, we have a chance at getting iron nuggets and crushed raw iron. And this crushed raw iron we'll want to wash so then we can get redstone dust as well. But I'm not sold on this exact position being the final position for it. I think I want to reorient it. So I mostly just constructed this to show it off. So now I've got to do some building. Alright, so I've gone ahead and made a foundation for this building, because this seems like the kind of building that needs a very concrete foundation, whereas the log building kind of would be fine sitting on dirt, you know? But considering we're working with lava and stone, I would assume it would need a foundation. So I've gone ahead and made one. There's like a longer part here, and then the smaller part here. Now what I'm thinking is down behind me here is where we'll have the production of the cobbled crimsite, and it'll maybe get crushed over here and turned into iron up here behind me. So then we can like keep our resources up behind me here, whereas the production lines are down here. And it should be plenty of space where it's easily expandable, but I think before I build any structure, I want to actually get the mechanism down, essentially, because I don't know if I'll have like a building around it necessarily, but more like it's open machinery, so to speak. That's what I'm leaning towards for it looking like, at least, but I kind of need to lay it out first. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get some layout down and get our many extruders and belts down, and we'll see what that's looking like. Okay, so I got this whole basically machine set up. It wasn't too difficult, and I like how kind of geometric and clean it looks as it currently is. Of course, it's not completely finished. I need to make it look nice still, and I might extend this platform just a bit backwards just so I can keep a building or whatever I need to install around this. But first of all, I've got the windmill up there with a big belt that just goes through the brick here, and that just transmits power under there, gets geared up to the correct speed. Then it gets connected to that, and there's like kind of pseudo hidden bars to get that here, and then it's just transmitted across here, and then I again use here to just transmit the power up to the compressor things. So then after that, they converge into a single point, so we can have a constant, well, hopefully constant buffer. It kind of depends on how quickly things are crafted. I'm not entirely sure. But then after that, oh, well, hi. it gets sent into the crushing wheels where it gets crushed, and then it'll go here where I can split off the crushed iron and the redstone. Or no, the crushed iron and the iron nuggets. And then those can just be differentiated up here. Now, of course, I haven't hooked everything up yet, and I wanted to wait to do it basically on camera here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my strawberry milk and lava. Let's go place all our strawberry milk first over here, and then our strawberry milkshake here and here, and then all the lava. There, 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 and here, 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 and here. Oh, okay, so it looks like it's currently being rate limited by how quickly items can get into the funnels here. So that's probably going to mean we're going to need to speed them up. But for now, we got them crushing. It seems like it takes a while, so I might need to gear up this whole thing, as a matter of fact. I'm going to go ahead and lock the barrel. Oh, there's some. Hey, we got our products. Actually, we've been getting some already. Alright, so then I'm going to filter iron nuggets, crushed iron. So crushed iron goes that way, iron nuggets go this way. And there we go. That's basically all for this section of the machine. I do need to clearly improve the output rate because it's getting completely backed up. It's producing it way too fast. So I'm going to need to come in here and rewire it a bit. This is going to shut down the whole... Well, not quite the whole thing, just because that's wired under there. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Alright, give me a moment to rewire this. Alright, so it's all rewired, everything is going much faster, and now the belt can actually keep up with the production of cobbled crimsite here. It's all getting gathered up here, and it then gets output basically here to go through the crushing wheels, and in fact, this is quite backed up currently. Why? Why won't you go through? Oh, there was some cobbled crimsite stuck in there. This explains. Okay. Let's put that back in there. So yeah, this crushing wheel is now operating much quicker, which is much scarier. And if I really wanted to, I could even scale it up further. But for now, I think that'll be fine. In fact, yeah, well, if I have faster crushing wheels, this step will be faster, which will make production of this stuff much quicker, but yeah, it's fine, I think. This is the coolest part, though. I kind of like that these are all desynchronous, but they're also still, like, kind of in a wave-like pattern. And you can just kind of watch them go. But, yeah. So this immediately automates... I think we're making a net positive of cobbled crimsite, roughly, like very slowly, but it's there. So this technically automates this, and I could maybe make use of this in designing the looks of this machine, because I feel like a red look might be good. Like, and all the noise you get from it too, just by being near it, is really neat. Yeah. So, now that leaves after this step, which we need to take these iron nuggets wherever they need to go, and our crushed iron needs to get washed before meeting up with the iron nuggets here. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that second segment of things here and get that ready, because it's already getting to be backed up here, and I don't want that happening for too long. So yeah. Okay, I have gotten the second segment of our farm here done. I think it helps with the rates, but not by a whole ton. This whole thing is just working on making our crimsite, of course, as before. Now it splits off at this intersection, so half goes straight through to the previous crushing wheels and continues on like normal, whereas the other half go up along that belt. And if I go up here, this is just a bunch of gearing and such to make it so that it flows in the right direction, but it just flows into another set of crushing wheels there. The results of that then go into this chute and drop down with the rest of the processed goods. So then that gets all taken up here, and we finally have our redstone and iron automated officially here. It's already made quite a bit of iron and a lot of redstone, and in fact a lot more than I expected. Of course the rates still could be improved. I mean, this is quite rare how often we're getting the crushed iron and such coming through, and it's just kind of dependent on the rate at which these crushing wheels can crush. But I believe currently they've now at least caught up, it seems. It's hard to say for certain. We'll just have to see. At worst, I may have to provide more rotational power specifically to the crushing wheels, which is not so much an issue. In fact, I actually needed to add water wheels, like a whole set of them, alongside the windmill in order for all the stress generated by everything here to be properly accounted for. Because I believe each of these are 480 stress units each, and that stacks up quickly when we have, what, 12 of them here? So yeah, by the time I was getting up to the fans there, it wasn't doing it quick enough, or it was overstressed, so yeah. But I could gear everything up more to maybe make it function faster. We'll see. But for now, I think that's gonna do it. I will, once again, as I did with last time with that the furnace thing over there, I'll go ahead and design this off camera pretty much. In fact, you can see a slight spoilers for what I might use here. As it turns out, the crimsite, this cobbled crimsite, I have to turn it into stone, like normal crimsite, and that requires basically two processes, which both are kind of difficult or annoying or not really worth it. So ultimately I'm just going to use some other materials. But yeah, so that's going to do it for this episode. We have added another 2 to 4 items depending on how you count it, that being the redstone of course, but then we also have iron nuggets, ingots, and blocks in this one compacting drawer, so you could technically count those all. So if we go ahead and pull up our clipboard here, this is our growing list now. So we've got iron in the form of ingots, nuggets, and blocks, and we have redstone dust. So yeah, that puts us at, let's see here, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15 items basically automated, which is quite good for episode 3. So yeah, I will see you next time.